The season of the Malignant is here, adding a brand new story, season pass, boss gear, and Malignant hearts to collect. Now, this is going to require you to level a new character, and if you want to take advantage of all of these new additions, so let's break down everything you need to know to get a head start. Let's go! Before we get into the new season, did you want to win a Diablo-themed PC? To celebrate the season of Malignant launch, you can win a custom Diablo-themed PC thanks to Signal RGB. Signal RGB are teaming up with Skytech Gaming and Intel to bring you this Diablo 4 inspired PC. This PC is super cool as its swirling potions inside the chest react to your health and resources in real time in Diablo 4. This is made possible by the Signal RGB app, which syncs RGB devices with any brand to bring you a cohesive lighting experience. The Skytech team have designed this custom PC with cooling and performance in mind, including a 13th gen Intel 13600K and the RTX 4070. The custom designed chest is 3D printed and hand painted with some incredible detailing on the outside of the chest and inside with the gold coins and where the hardware is located. I really love the look of this PC. This is one of the coolest custom PCs I've ever seen. If you'd like to own it for yourself, you can enter the giveaway by clicking on the link in the video description below. Thanks Signal RGB for sponsoring this video. To start your journey in this new season, you will need to create a new character in the seasonal realm. When you go to create a new character, you'll see a new pop-up allowing you to select the seasonal realm compared to the eternal realm. The eternal realm is just like the standard realm we've all played on, and after the season, any seasonal character will return to that realm as well. But creating a new character isn't as bad as you may think, or as it previously was, because they've updated with the latest patch. Your renown, map completion, and altars of Lilith are now account-wide. So the first thing you should do when you sign in is log into your character that has completed the most renowned map completion as altars of Lilith, and then that progress will then carry over to any of your alts, including the ones that you've created for this season, which is a huge benefit because I cannot tell you how annoying it is to collect all of those altars again. But let me know in the comments what class you guys are playing for this new season. I'm jumping in as the rogue because it's the class I've played the least in Diablo 4 since the betas, but after starting a new character, you will see Vertan next to the waypoint in Kyovashad to start the seasonal quest, which you can actually filter the journal to only show your seasonal quest as well. Anything related to the new season will have a little green leaf next to it, or show as green in the map screen, so you can sort of tell, you know, the difference between things that were previously in the game or what's new, that sort of a thing. I think the main thing that everyone is going to be looking forward to is how to level up fast. Now, with the latest patch, you can't do the old have your friends level you up in the higher world tiers trick anymore, so you will unfortunately have to rely on just classic leveling tactics. Now, just as a bit of a refresher, Alexas give you a flat XP boost. There's also good XP you can get from doing the Tree of Whispers, and the season adds the Smoldering Ashes, which you can use to buff yourself, including giving yourself an XP buff if you are looking to, say, level up a little bit faster in that way. Now, if you're wondering what to do with these Smoldering Ashes, I would either be putting them into the XP buff or into the increase to your Malignant Hearts drop rate. They're the two main things I'd probably focus on, not so much like the gold or anything like that, but it's obviously up to you where you want to spend them. Now, another way to really focus on leveling up other than doing the Tree of Whispers is the PvPvE zones, like those PvP zones that you can go into. There's plenty of XP to grab there, and for the most part, everyone in those zones is honestly just trying to level up in the seasonal realm anyway, so you're not really going to run into much PvP. You probably will if you are going into world tier 3 or 4 or something like that once you do get to that point, but in the early stages, it's really a good way just to level up. Once you've got a little bit of levels behind you, especially, I would highly recommend at the start to do some Tree of Whispers to get some better gear, because you are going to struggle. It's interesting, like it's been a little while since I've started a new Diablo character, and jumping in for this season, I've been like, damn, you know, I forget what it's like when you don't have any legendaries, but it's still a good time. Like I've been just plodding along trying to level up and do some of the seasonal content. But speaking of that seasonal content, there is the season chapters. Now, this season is split into 7 chapters, and each chapter is giving you a cache of rewards as well as unique legendary aspects that are only available in this season to unlock with each chapter. The first chapter is pretty easy to unlock. You'll sort of just do it as like completing the first like season, couple of quests, and then a couple of little dungeons and stuff that you do along the way. Should you focus on leveling or chapter clearing? I'd sort of suggest to be somewhere in the middle, right? Like, especially if there is content that's giving you grim favors for the Tree of Whispers and then potentially giving you chapter progress. I'm a sucker for like efficiency, so if there is an activity that'll benefit both progression systems, then I'm definitely going to go and do that. A good example is like dungeon clears. Like in a lot of cases, there are dungeons that will give you grim favors, and then there might be a chapter that's just to like complete a dungeon or something like that. Or even in chapter 2, you need to complete 10 cellars, and I've just been focusing on sellers that give grand favors for the Tree of Whispers, because it's still a great way to just get gear in the early stages of the game is the Tree of Whispers caches. Like, I definitely wouldn't be sleeping on them, but you can complete the chapters without completing all the objectives, so you don't necessarily have to focus on ones that say you don't like. If you're just like want to avoid doing certain activities, then you can definitely do that. But if you do go past a certain chapter point, you can still complete the objectives that you missed if you want to go and return to them to get the actual favors, so you can level up the season pass, because those favors are the main ways that you get your season pass tiers, by doing those objectives. So you'll still want to do them if you're looking to try and complete the season pass, which you definitely should do. Like, the season pass is worth doing, but it's really up to you where you want to spend that time. But the main mechanic is the Malignant Hearts. Now, the seasonal quests, which you should do is the first thing you do when you log in, will sort of teach you the basics of this system. But at a high level, any of your jewelry in the seasonal realm, the gem slots on here will be replaced with one of the 4 different variants of Malignant Hearts. These Malignant Hearts variants will drop from dungeons. You can occasionally find them just on random elites and random dungeons, but if you're specifically looking to farm Malignant Hearts, the best thing to do is to go into these specific Malignant dungeons, which will have elites that are Malignant types. They will say as part of their health bar what type of Malignant Heart they will actually drop. You will also see ones that will drop the Wrathful ones, and the Wrathful Malignant Hearts are the ones that you sort of mainly want to focus on, because they can go into any type of Malignant Heart slot, and they are often a lot more powerful than the others as well. So if you see a Wrathful elite, you definitely want to take them out, whether you find them out in the open world or dungeons or what have you. It's also worth mentioning with these Malignant dungeons as well, that you can actually like complete the dungeon without doing the event that has the invoker on them. So if you go to the workbench for the Malignant Hearts, you can craft these things called invokers, which will, in these Malignant dungeons, allow you to create like an extra event that will have an elite and some enemies to kill, but once you've defeated that elite, they will drop that specific type of Malignant Heart. So you can actually do this with Wrathful ones as well. If you have a Wrathful evoker, these will also have Wrathful, but these events aren't actually like a part of the core completing the dungeon experience. So if you've completed a dungeon, but you haven't actually seen these, make sure you go hunt for them, because you are missing out on Malignant Heart drops from them. And any Malignant Hearts that you have and you don't actually want to use, make sure you salvage them, because then you can craft them into evokers, or even just craft them into either a chest or specific types of Malignant Hearts that you're looking for. It's definitely better to salvage them than dropping them, because of the resources they give you, and your inventory is going to be full all the time, because now you've got Malignant Hearts and gems and everything that you've actually got to collect. But keep an eye out for these Malignant enemies out in the open world as well. Like, when I've been in the PvPvE zones, I've actually found a couple of them around that I've been able to clear and get some of these hearts. And there's definitely a lot just out in the world. Like, you don't have to go to these Malignant dungeons, but if you're specifically looking to farm these, it's definitely the best way to do it, is via that or crafting them at the new workbench in any of the towns that you do have. I am working on a video to cover the Malignant Hearts in detail, especially the best Malignant Hearts, the best ways to farm them, and all that sort of good stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for all of that information as well. Thanks Signal RGB for sponsoring this video. Make sure you check out the giveaway in the description down below. Thank you guys for watching this video till the end. Thank you to our members for supporting the channel. My name is Norza, and I hope you have a good day.